When I'm working on an audition now, an approach that I take that's different than when I first got out of theater school is I try to make choices that have more room in them to develop and change and to be responsive to either what the director is offering, or in the case of some auditions where you're working with another actor, that there's room there for things to be spontaneous. And I think that's largely about trusting, I think, yourself, that you get to a certain point where you're not going to betray yourself, or hopefully not going to betray yourself in the room too much. And as a young actor, one is very concerned that you do as much as you can to prepare and be ready and have made all the choices and know exactly what's going to happen when you go in there. And hopefully one gets to a place where you trust yourself enough to say, I'm going to see how that goes in the room, because that kind of immediate honesty and spontaneity during an audition can also be very useful too. And for me, it replicates more what actually happens in a rehearsal process and actually happens in acting. Auditions can be very false environments and very unlike what actually working on a play or actually communicating with an audience or communicating with a fellow actor is like. And I think the more, it's not always possible, but the more we can make that audition like what it's really like to be acting and to be taking text and making it live, the more we can make it like that, I think in general, the more successful you can be. So that's the big change that's happened for me.